This place has been buried for centuries.
I miss my father more than anything else.
Welcome to the future, son. Welcome to the war.
Will Follow the Light is an upcoming story-driven first-person adventure puzzle game developed by Tomorrow Head Studio. Players assume the role of Will, a lighthouse keeper who embarks on a perilous journey through the harsh northern latitudes to reunite with his family after a sudden disaster strikes his hometown. The game features realistic sailing mechanics aboard Will's yacht, Molly, as well as dog sled traversal across snowy wilderness. Players will explore breathtaking northern landscapes, solve environmental puzzles, and uncover secrets that delve into themes of family, self-discovery, and perseverance. The narrative unfolds through environmental storytelling and narration, promising an emotional and immersive experience.
I will find you, wherever you are.
Cairn is an upcoming survival climbing game developed by the Game Bakers, the creators of Fury and Haven. In this game, players control Ava, a professional mountaineer determined to be the first to summit Mount Kami, a treacherous and uncharted peak. The gameplay emphasizes realistic climbing mechanics, requiring players to manually position each of Ava's limbs, plan routes carefully, and manage resources such as pitons, chalk, and food to survive the ascent. The game also incorporates survival elements, including setting up bivouacs, foraging, and equipment maintenance. Cairn offers a challenging experience that combines strategic planning with physical and mental endurance, aiming to capture the essence of mountaineering. Total Chaos is an upcoming survival horror game developed by Trigger Happy Interactive and published by Apogee Entertainment. Set on the desolate island of Fort Oasis, a decaying environment where reality twists and crumbles, players must scavenge for resources, craft weapons, and confront horrifying creatures while unraveling the island's dark mysteries. The game emphasizes psychological horror elements, focusing on mental health struggles and self-harm themes, and features frequent and violent combat scenarios against disfigured monsters.
On the north side of the island, a mine.
Legend of Ymir is an upcoming MMORPG developed by WeMade, inspired by Norse mythology and the events leading up to Ragnarok. The game aims to provide an immersive experience with an overwhelming scale and beautiful graphics that complete its rich worldview. Players can expect a dynamic battle system and an economy where values are preserved, enhancing the depth of gameplay. Honor of King's World is an upcoming open-world action RPG developed by Teamy Studio Group and published by Tencent Games. As a spin-off from the immensely popular mobile MOBA, Honor of Kings, this title aims to expand the franchise into a vast, immersive universe. Players can expect dynamic and diverse combat mechanics, allowing for seamless stance switching between different combat styles, known as flows, each with unique abilities and health bars. The game emphasizes Eastern fantasy elements, drawing heavily from Chinese mythology to craft its narrative, characters, and world design. Industria 2 is an upcoming narrative-driven first-person shooter developed by Bleak Mill and published by Head Up Games. Set years after the events of its predecessor, the game follows Nora, who remains trapped in a parallel dimension dominated by the malevolent artificial intelligence. Players will navigate a mysterious boreal landscape, confronting dangerous robotic adversaries while unraveling the dark secrets of this dystopian world. The sequel introduces enhanced gameplay mechanics, including physics-based interactions, crafting systems, and a diegetic inventory, aiming to provide a more immersive and atmospheric experience.
Any risks, we need you.
Animal Use Protocol is an upcoming 3D first-person, narrative-focused survival horror game developed by the Brotherhood, the creators of Stasis and Bone Totem. In this game, players assume the role of Pen, a hyper-intelligent chimpanzee leading a desperate escape of lab animals from the nightmarish Anchorage Station, a dystopian research facility filled with lurking terrors. Armed only with your wits, a gravity manipulation tool, and accompanied by your scrappy rat companion Trip, you'll navigate the facility stealthily, solve environmental puzzles, and uncover the dark secrets behind the experiments conducted there. Burning Sword Death Sun is an upcoming wuxia hack-and-slash action game developed and published by Nomadic Games. Players take on the role of Zhang Yixian, a formidable fighter seeking vengeance for the death of his family at the hands of the powerful Gao Tianqi. Set in an ancient martial world, the game offers a seamless blend of challenging Souls-like gameplay and fluid hack-and-slash action. Players will master martial arts skills through secret techniques and inner strength, utilizing the burning sword to maintain stances and amplify attacks.
You will perish here.
Chasmal Fear is an upcoming first-person tactical shooter survival horror game developed by Mischief Dev and published by Wandering Wizard and Snail Games USA. Set within the eerie confines of the Magnus facility, a sci-fi underwater station, Players must navigate abandoned steel hallways, manage scarce resources, and confront mutating monstrosities. The game employs a body cam perspective to enhance immersion, complemented by an AR interface to assist in exploration. Key features include a monster mutation system where defeated enemies can evolve into more formidable forms, choices that impact the playthrough by opening or closing paths, and randomized events to ensure replayability. Hello Sunshine is an upcoming mystery survival RPG developed and published by Red Thread Games. Set in the sun-scorched ruins of a corporate empire, players assume the role of the final employee on a mission to reach a distant tower and determine the fate of the remaining world. To survive the blistering heat and deadly sun, players must walk in the shadow of a towering war machine, scavenging for supplies and unraveling the mysteries of a world dominated by autonomous machines. At night, when temperatures plummet, players make camp, craft new gear, and repair their mechanical guardian, relying on its proximity for warmth. Bionic Bay is an upcoming physics-based platformer developed by Marina and Psychoflow Studio and published by Kepler Interactive. Players control a scientist equipped with a unique teleportation instrument, navigating an ancient biomechanical world filled with imaginative technology, deadly traps, and hidden secrets. The game introduces an innovative swap mechanic, allowing players to interact with the environment in novel ways, such as shifting gravity, interchanging positions with objects and adversaries, to move, defend, or attack. The immersive gameplay is complemented by stunning environments crafted with exceptional detail, offering massive levels teeming with dynamic objects, particles, and liquids exhibiting a variety of physical properties. I Hate This Place is an upcoming isometric open-world survival horror game developed by Broken Mirror Games, a new publishing label under Bloober Team, and published in partnership with Skybound Entertainment. Inspired by the Eisner Award-nominated comic book series created by Kyle Starks and Artyom Topolin, the game plunges players into a supernatural world where the rules of reality come undone. Players take on the role of Elena, who unwittingly awakens a malevolent force and must fight for survival in a hostile environment. The game features a striking visual style with bold, vivid colors and retro 80s comic book aesthetics. Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. War Sails is an upcoming single-player expansion for the acclaimed action RPG developed by Tale Worlds Entertainment. This expansion introduces naval warfare to the Bannerlord universe, allowing players to command powerful ships, engage in thrilling sea battles, and master maritime conquest. Set in the Northern Kingdom, home to the fearless Nords, legendary seafarers and masters of close-quarters combat, players can explore new territories featuring jagged peaks, vast taigas, and freezing fjords. The expansion offers an immersive naval warfare system inspired by medieval sea battles, featuring realistic wind and water physics, ship-to-ship combat, and strategic boarding actions. Deathground is an upcoming solo and co-op survival horror game developed and published by Jaw Drop Games. In this intense experience, players are thrust into a desperate battle for survival against deadly AI-controlled dinosaurs. The game offers both solo play, where the atmosphere deepens and the horror intensifies as players attempt to survive alone, and squad-based survival horror, emphasizing teamwork and cooperation with up to 4 players. Gameplay features dynamic objectives, stealth, combat, and teamwork, requiring players to interact with a range of items and weapons while navigating diverse levels and avoiding danger. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an upcoming turn-based role-playing game, developed by Sandfall Interactive and published by Kepler Interactive. Set in a dark fantasy world inspired by Belle Époque France, the game follows a group of protagonists, Gustave, Maël, Lune, Ciel, Renoir, Verso, Monaco, and Esqui, as they attempt to stop the enigmatic paintress, whose godlike powers can eliminate individuals of a specific age she depicts in her art. The gameplay combines traditional turn-based mechanics with real-time elements, requiring players to execute timed actions for attacks, dodges, and parries, enhancing the immersion and challenge of combat.
Fail. We lay the trail for those who will come after. Right. We are Expedition 33.
Metal Eden is an upcoming first-person shooter developed by Raycon Games, the creators of Ruiner, and published by Deep Silver. Set in the monolithic orbital city of Moebius, players assume the role of Aska, a battle-forged android on a mission to combat rogue robotic entities and recover stolen consciousness cores of a lost human colony. The game emphasizes high-octane combat, featuring a unique core-ripping mechanic that allows players to extract abilities from defeated enemies, adding strategic depth to the gameplay. Players will navigate brutalist environments, utilizing advanced weaponry, and engaging in fast-paced battles that require agility and tactical prowess.
They will send everything they have to stop us.
You know I would never want to see you hurt. But the path we walk demands the extreme.
I remember you.
Run away.
FBC Firebreak is an upcoming cooperative first-person shooter developed and published by Remedy Entertainment. Set 6 years after the events of Control, players assume the roles of Firebreak agents, the Federal Bureau of Control's in-house first response unit. Their mission is to contain escalating paranatural threats within the shifting corridors of the oldest house. The game features session-based PvE action, requiring teamwork, strategy, and adaptability. Players can choose from various missions, adjust combat difficulty levels, and customize loadouts.
This crisis ain't over. Now get through the containment door to the next zone. Safe room dead ahead. Might contain something useful, but it'll probably attract a lot of... Oh, you already opened it. Never mind. You sure kicked the nest. There's hiss all over you.
Stand back! Piggy's coming out!
Crysis 4 is the anticipated next installment in the renowned first-person shooter series developed by Crytek. Known for its cutting-edge graphics and dynamic gameplay, the Crysis series has set high standards in the FPS genre. However, recent reports indicate that the development of Crysis 4 has been put on hold. In February 2025, Crytek revealed that due to major financial issues, they decided to shift developers over to another project, resulting in Crysis 4 no longer being in active development.
Welcome to the future, son. Welcome to the war.
Please remain calm. Immediate evacuation to the mainland is underway.
Just so you know, Prophet, you walk slow, you play nice.
Welcome to New York, version 2.0.
The Witcher 4 is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by CD Projekt Red. Announced in March 2022, this title marks the beginning of a new saga in the Witcher series. Unlike the original trilogy, which featured Geralt of Rivia as the protagonist, The Witcher 4 will focus on Ciri, Geralt's adoptive daughter, as the main character. The game aims to explore Ciri's journey and her role in the Witcher universe, offering players a fresh perspective within the richly detailed world. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Last Ronin is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Black Forest Games and published by THQ Nordic. Based on the acclaimed 2020 comic book series of the same name, the game is set in a dystopian future where a lone surviving turtle embarks on a mission to seek justice for his fallen family. Dark Mass is an upcoming first-person psychological horror game developed and published by Path Games. Set entirely underwater, players assume the role of Alice, a deep-sea explorer who, alongside her brother Reed, discovers the remains of a shipwreck unearthed after an earthquake. Beneath the wreckage lies a sunken manor, untouched despite the passing of centuries, waiting to be explored. Trapped within its eerie halls, Alice must solve rituals based on real historical tortures while being stalked by a terrifying presence. The game emphasizes atmospheric horror, resource management, and a narrative that unfolds through environmental storytelling.
Like this before.
What was that? I think I'm not alone down here.
Cronos. The New Dawn is an upcoming third-person survival horror game developed and published by Bloober Team, renowned for their work on titles like The Medium and the Silent Hill 2 remake. Set in a grim world where Eastern European brutalism meets retro-futurist technology, The game introduces players to a post-apocalyptic 1980s Poland ravaged by a cataclysmic event known as the Change. Players assume the role of the Traveler, an agent of the enigmatic collective, tasked with scouring the wastelands of the future to locate time rifts that transport them back to the past.